Good evening, everyone. I call this session into order. Welcome to the Bangor School Committee regular meeting. Today's Wednesday, February 15th. If you would please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, justice for all.
Thank you. Superintendent Tager, are there any adjustments to the agenda?
Yes, I'd like to add E1, C1 personnel teacher nominations and number 2 leave of absence.
Okay, can I get a motion, please? Any discussion or questions? All in favor?
Passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Public comments, statement that I'll read. Members of the public may address the school committee for up to 3 minutes on school and education matters. Complaints or allegations concerning specific employees or students will not be allowed, but will be addressed through established policies and procedures. Public comments shall be directed to the school committee and be brief and not repetitive. The school committee's practice is not to respond or debate with speakers during the public comment period. The superintendent or his staff will follow up on comments outside of the meeting as appropriate. And before starting, please state your name and place of residence. Do we have any public comments? Seeing none, we will move on to superintendent's proposals and updates. We do not have any action items, but we do have informational items. We have report of resignations. Superintendent Tager.
Thank you, Chair. I'm reporting the following resignations for the end of the school year 2022-2023. Ryan Missler, Social Studies teacher, Bangor High School. Ashley Sherry, kindergarten teacher, Down East School. Michael Corneal, girls A basketball, James F. Dowdy School. Michael Corneal, girls B softball, James F. Dowdy School.
Thank you. Next, we have business action items. First, we have minutes for our regular meeting of February 1st, 2023.
I'm recommending approval of the draft minutes of the February 1st, 2023 regular school committee meeting.
Motion, please.
Second.
Any questions or comments? No? All in favor?
Passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me? I couldn't vote. I abstained, and I think unless you saw it on TV, you would have to abstain also.
Okay,
Oh,
so we
2
have 5 and 2 abstentions.
Can I
Thank you.
comment on that?
Yes, please.
I don't think that's correct. I think if you have reviewed the minutes, you're putting your faith in the secretary who's prepared them, that they're accurate and correct. And I think even if you were not at the meeting, you can still vote on the minutes.
Look under the policy. You'll find it. It is in the policies.
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm happy to abstain then.
Okay, so we'll go with 5 and 2, and we'll look at the policy. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have financial report. We have November 2022 financial report.
I'm recommending approval of the November 2022 financial report.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Motion passes 7-0. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have personnel. We have nominations of a teacher.
Recommending approval of the following teacher nominations for the 2022-2023 school year with a 1-year probationary contract. Danielle Stockinger, Board Certified Behavior Analyst, District. Caleb Tipton, Special Education Resource Room, Teacher, Bangor High School.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Member Mundell.
Yeah, I'm just curious, could you or maybe Director Babin say a little bit about what the role of the BCBA is?
Sure. Christy, do you mind?
The BCBA is, we've been looking for one for some time, but their role is to come in and consult with teachers around behaviors and to look at the function of the behavior and support teachers in writing well-developed behavior plans, in addition to supporting them in data collection, interpreting the data, and writing goals for the students around that. Yeah.
The-
District-wide.
They're hard to come by, those positions,
They
so
are.
it's a good hire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. And all in favor?
Motion passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have leave of absence.
I'm recommending approval of a one-year sabbatical for Eric Stedman, math teacher and .5 math department head at Bangor High School for the 2023-2024 school year, for the purpose of collaborating with Dr. Yanir A. Rubenstein at the University of Maryland in developing new curricular material on the subject of history of mathematics in world civilizations, and Eric is here with us tonight.
Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Any questions for Mr. Stedman? Member Sprague?
Only just to say, it sounds like a great opportunity and proud for you to represent Bangor doing it. Do you want to say a few words about what you're going to be doing? Or?
I'll be happy to. Should I come
Yep.
Sure.
Just make sure it's on.
The green light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So I've been thinking about this for quite a few years, and I'm interested in history and math and technology and cultures and interchange between cultures. And I have family, so in particular, I have a place to stay in Washington, D.C. So I reached out to Dr. Rubenstein because he teaches history of mathematics at the University of Maryland. He immediately said, "Oh, let's have a Zoom call. I'm really fascinated that this, guy in his 50s would come want to take my class." So we started talking, and by the end of the Zoom call, he said, "Well, why don't we do a research project together and create curricular material for everything from sort of 6th and 7th grade through college?" Because he has been wanting to reach out to the Maryland school system and work more with high schoolers who are interested in math and history of math. So that quickly steamrolled into this exciting project that I wrote up for Mr. Tager, and we've been talking about it since August and working out all the details. So anyway, thank you very much for your support and approval.
Congratulations. Our students will miss you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All in favor?
Passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a second reading of policies. We have revised policy ICA 2023-2024 school calendar.
Yes, Chair Hassan, I would like to ask the committee for permission to table that. There's still some discussion about the calendar, and we would be within our time limits if we would make a decision on the 8th of March. So I'd like to kind of hear a little bit more about viewpoints on that and present that to you on March the 8th.
Okay. Do we need to vote to table, or are we?
I think
just
you
table?
do, yes.
Okay. Member Surratt?
Yeah, is it time for discussion on this
Yeah,
item?
go
I was
ahead.
just curious, what are some of the things that we're ironing out?
We're just looking at to get the teacher's viewpoint on what would be best for the teachers. We've talked with the advisory committee, which is a teacher from every school, and we've also talked with BEA, and there seems to be some difference of opinion. So I think give everybody a little bit more time to talk, and I'll bring you a good recommendation in a couple weeks.
Any other questions or comments? No? All in favor for tabling the revised policy ICA?
Passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you. And Member Surratt, you have donations this time, please.
Thank you. To Abraham Lincoln School from Donald Sawyer, a cash donation to support the school garden, having a total dollar value of $4,000. And I would move to accept.
Any questions or discussion? No? All in favor?
Passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you, with gratitude. Next, we move on to committee updates. Do we have any comments or questions from the committee? Member Sprague.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you to the principals and Mr. Tager and the chair and everybody for attending the school tours. It's been great. Not all of us could go to every building, but all the ones we did go to, it was very rewarding to see teachers in action, administrators in action, interact with some of the students. Some of the students that gave the tours themselves at the schools. But what was very clear is that all the principals are very proud of their buildings and their personnel, and they have very warm interactions with the students. So it was really nice to see. And also, a lot of the students know our superintendent and recognize him, which I think speaks very well of him and his limited time here so far, that so many of the students already recognize him. So thank you to the principals. It was great to see you all in action, and might have been a bit of an interruption to your days to have group of school committee members walking through the buildings, but we appreciate it, and it was very enriching to see everything that was going on.
Thank you. And I echo the sentiment. Thank you so much for taking the time to take us through. Very informative and wonderful to see all the teachers and all the students in action. So I appreciate it. Member Mundell.
Yeah, I want to echo that too for the East Side principals. I really enjoyed the morning this morning, and I thank you for your time. And I love having the kids lead the tours. That's the best part for me, is just to get to talk to these kids a little bit. And for the West Side folks, I'm sorry that I missed it again. I was sick. I really was sick, and you did not want me there. So, I'm sorry I missed that. But and I also wanted to just mention that on Saturday, the high school robotics team has made it to the state championship. So they're going to be taking a bus down to Portland and doing their robotic thing. It's crazy to watch, and I think it's going to be live streamed. I'm not sure where, but I think it's on the main robotics, Vex Robotics website maybe. So if you have any interest or have a kid that has an interest in getting involved in that, it's really fun to watch. It's just really kind of nutty. So I wish them luck.
Thank you. Other comments or questions? No? Let's move on to representatives' reports. Any from our committee members? Member Mundell?
Yeah, the Mental Health Committee is having their first meeting of the year on Friday at 3:15 via Zoom.
Thank you. Member Surratt?
Thank you. UTC, and please, Member Sorg, fill in anything I get wrong or leave out. The UTC Cooperative Board met on February 9th at 6 p.m. Some of the highlights: there was a recognition of students for honor roll second quarter. There was a approval of the school calendar for the 2023-2024 school year for UTC. Variety of policies were voted on, first readings and some second readings. Skills USA was announced, and it's going to be March 17th, so Friday, March 17th from about 8:30 to noon, and there'll be 3 sites for the various skills, some at the UTC on Mount Hope Avenue, some at Eastern Maine Community College, and some will be at the Cross Center. And I believe most of the action at the Cross Center, is that what they said?
Ceremonial, yeah, it's more ceremonial, handing out awards and stuff. Most of the action will be at actual UTC.
At the UTC, that makes sense. Yep, so most of the action will be at the actual United Technology Center, which makes a lot of sense. They have 267 applications for new students for the students overall for 2023, 2024. So they were very, very pleased with that. That's it.
Can I add a few?
Yes, please, go ahead.
I
Member
will
Surratt.
say that there's 55 of the UT students, current students, participating in the Skills USA. And if anybody has an opportunity to go out there and watch, it is fantastic. I've been many a times, and Tom Tennant used to be out there when he was still with us, and it is a marvelous program. And Tim shared with us the new brochure that UTC's been putting out, and I think we should make sure that there's plenty of them at Bangor High for our kids, and even at the middle schools, to see what's going on, because it's a vital part. And I don't know if anybody's seen what this is going on in the state of Maine down in Augusta, but one gentleman is purporting that we go back to calling the community colleges technical schools again, which I think is a good thing. We kind of dropped the ball on that and forgot we're all going to college. We don't need technical schools, but we do need them. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Sorg. Any other representative reports? No? Student Committee Member Dusablan, I know you have something for us.
Yeah, we just have a few updates regarding some current activities at the high school. So our student council has been running a week-long winter carnival at the school as a way of kind of kicking off February break. This has included like several games and competitions between the classes. So right now the sophomore class is in the lead, and the winner will be announced at the end of the week. The Bangor JROTC program just recently hosted a memorial service this afternoon for the 125th anniversary of the explosion of the USS Maine. And on Friday, we were going to host a pep rally at the high school at the end of the day on Friday. And the freshman and sophomore class councils are going to be hosting a Valentine's dance to kick off the start of February break. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, on to information items. We have several important dates. We have Wednesday, March 8th, 2023, regular meeting, 7 p.m., council chambers. Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023, another regular meeting, 7 p.m., council chambers. Wednesday, March 29, 2023, regular meeting, 7 p.m., council chambers. Wednesday, April 12, 2023, regular meeting, 7 p.m., council chambers. And Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023, we have our second school committee members retreat, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Camp Jordan again. Last call for questions and or comments from committee members. No? Just a quick update that we had our first retreat on February 10th, which was last Friday from 8:30 to 12:30 at Camp Jordan, and that was wonderful. We got to talk a lot about the initiatives for mental health and DEIB and our new, I forgot what it's called, policy committee. I think that's what we call it, the policy committee. And so a lot of great information was shared. So, all righty, adjournment. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
7-0. Thank you.